Hey guys, Deathletter Magic here, and it's time for another overlooked but awesome card. You guys know that blue is among my favorite colors in the game, which there's only 5 to choose from, so it's not really saying much. I probably equally like white and black as well, but creature power with removal. Of course I love it. But this particular style of blue card, even just the overall strategy of what it does, I've never seen anything like this before, and I've never heard of this card. So this card was a rare way back in the Mirage block, specifically Weatherlight. I know that's like one of the most popular lower storyline things ever. Everybody always talks about Weatherlight and how into it they got. If they were ever going to make a MTG movie, which they aren't because, how can I sum this up? Nobody can get their crap together. That's why most Hollywood movies don't get made, so don't think it's MTG specific. But anyway, in keeping with the tradition of stuff from the Mirage block being pretty wacky, we've got Ancestral Knowledge. Every time I hear that word, I feel like I should be saying it like Ty Lopez. Knowledge. Okay, I just looked up a clip of him saying it. I can improve. Knowledge. That clip, 2.5 seconds of Ty Lopez saying knowledge on ya boy Fear's channel, who has 227 subs, 53,331 views. I guarantee, depending upon how they count them, like 10 of them are me, but still. What the hell am I doing on my channel that this guy can get 53,000 for uploading knowledge? See, I've already lost it. I can't get to the Ty Lopez level. But you know what, Ken? Ancestral Knowledge. Okay, now I'm just butchering it. So this card is Commander legal. I can almost guarantee if it's banned from Commander, that means I have heard of it. So yeah, it's also not restricted or banned in Legacy or Vintage. Kind of surprising, I guess, but not really. If you look at most decks, I don't think they need this level of filtering. They really probably don't. So this is pretty wild. Get this. Okay, so it's a 2-cost enchantment. It is a rare, even though it doesn't look like it. They didn't really mark them color-wise back then. This is like old. This is old with an E at the end. This is when they didn't feel like capitalizing the letter H for some reason, apparently. Dude, people got as triggered over that last video as I did, so yeah. Anyway, cumulative upkeep 1. So if you're not familiar with how that works, at the beginning of your upkeep, put an age counter on this permanent, then sacrifice it unless you pay its upkeep cost for each age counter on it. So main phase put it out, no problem. Next upkeep, as long as you pay 1 generic, you're good, which, come on, you had 2 to cast it in the first place. I'm going to read the Oracle text because it actually is a little bit clearer. When Ancestral Knowledge enters the battlefield, look at the top 10 cards of your library, then exile any number of them, and put the rest back on top of your library in any order. So it's basically 2 contingency plans in a row, except with exiling. That is insane. That's about 1/5 of your deck by the time you get this out, because you drew 7 and then it's turn 2, so you already got 9 plus gone. If you're looking for a 4 of, you've got a reasonable chance of finding it in the top 10. And if you didn't and you tossed all the top 10, okay, that's not the end of the world, I guess, because at least you moved yourself closer to the card. You wouldn't want to pull 10 incorrect cards for a combo. Like, if you're looking for Splinter Twin and you just nuked 10 straight off the top of your deck and didn't find one, good. Here is the little catch. So let's say you found 2 cards you really need, like 2 cards of a combo or 1 land and then the combo card which costs 1 more, something nice like that, and you just ditched 8 cards. If Ancestral Knowledge leaves play, shuffle your library. So once you've drawn the cards, you can stop paying the upkeep. That's good because cumulative upkeep is one of the most obnoxious things in all of Magic. But this one's like really fitting and appropriate. Once it does what it does, you can let it go. Now, it's not even, oh, I sacked it because I couldn't pay the upkeep. It's, hey, my opponent, blew it up or whatever. Like, it even exiled it. Bounced it back to hand. Just simply, if it leaves play, shuffle your library. So, if you stacked 2 cards on top that you really needed and you only pulled 1, well, there goes the other piece of your combo or whatever it was. So you do have to hold off and leave this out, which means it's a pretty fair card, but come on, it's basically Scry 10. That's just like amazing for 2 blue mana. I wish they would like reprint this card. This would be funny as hell. If you followed this up with a draw spell, you wouldn't even have to pay the cumulative upkeep once. Unless you like really needed to stack like 5 cards in a row and then couldn't draw them all. Also, last thing, this would be great for Hedron alignment. I gotta throw it out there because that's like the black sheep of MTG right now is the Hedron alignment decks. So I would say in Commander, I would probably play this card. I'm actually considering putting it in my blue-white Commander deck because it's just so good. I mean, Scry 10 in a 99 card deck? Sure. I'd be really worried about that shuffle coming, but until then, you're just going to draw exactly what you need because that's exactly what you put there. That's the same reason Contingency Plan is so insanely good in Standard. You're basically rigging the next couple turns to be absolutely ideal. I mean, I compare that to Harry Potter drinking that liquid luck potion. You just rigged it so the most ideal outcome that could have happened is going to happen, and your opponent has to play against that now. Well, good flippin' luck. Early game, it unmana screws you and make sure you don't get mana flooded either. Starts setting up exactly what you need, gets combos going. Late game, it just wins the game. It puts your combo card, your board wipe, or whatever you need right on top. So yeah, this should do the same. So if you love this, feel free to put it in a deck. The only thing stopping us is what the price is, and I legitimately have not looked yet. Let's find out. Looks like it's between $1 and $2. Not bad at all. So good news there. I'll see you guys next video.